personally, my direction.
I mean, like physical direction off the mound.
Physical direction off the mound. Just trying to have a straight line towards home plate. Also, just using more of my legs, driving down the mound, getting into my backside. So we've been doing a lot of drills towards that. So.
What's the hope that kind of impacts? What are you looking to accomplish by working on that?
Honestly, the main goal is to control the command.
Mm-hmm.
So the main thing is command. So we're trying to nibble on the smaller things like direction and getting more into the load and into the legs, so we can just stay around the zone more. So command is the biggest thing.
Is that the group? Like we've heard that guys are like divvied up into groups. So
Mm-hmm.
are you the command group?
No, so I'm in the body movement group,
Okay.
but also command. I'm in the command group as well because we feel as if like if we work on my direction towards home plate and me getting into my backside, that can clean up the command pretty much. So.
How much of that is new in this camp? How much of it is stuff that you've been working on in the past?
I mean, we've been doing some of this stuff during the season, but most of the stuff is fairly new, and it's not like a boring type of new. It's fun to do because it's like a lot of competitions, a lot of variations you could do. Like you could even implement it into throwing. So that's something I learned, and I feel as if like that would help me because on the mound I'm trying to gain rhythm and stay athletic. So doing those drills kind of helped me with that too as well.
How do you make body movement into a competition?
So just doing the different drills, like let's say we're on the mound and we're doing a step up drill. We're stepping up and we have a target and we're setting a target and we're doing it like as a count with a hitter. So we're trying to strike that hitter out with implementing that drill at the same time. So it's still a competition, you're still getting the work in. So
How have you seen that kind of evolve over your years in this organization? I mean, to not the specificity of it, like you're having a pitcher's camp where you're divided up into groups and working on stuff like that. How have you seen that kind of change over the years?
Over the years, it's been a big change because I know when I first got in here, it was kind of just like just one main group and just a group of guys just trying to accomplish the same goal and just navigating with the coaches. But now I feel like it's more individualized. Because I know talking with all the coaches, we have like a plan for me going into the off season and what we need to work on and what we should work on. And the plan is kind of broken up into those groups and different areas that I'm good at and I'm not so good at, and then we're just working on that. So it's been a big change.
I feel like that's helpful to you, focusing on the things that you need to work on specifically.
Yeah, definitely, because just with that it's like when I'm going into the off season, instead of being big minded and thinking about like so much things I have to work on, I could just start from the foundation, from the ground up. So like just the stuff that aren't so good and just build them up, and then just starting to perfect the stuff that are good.
Tahnaj, what happened with your season? You were pitching really, really well, and then it kind of came to a stop. It seemed like you weren't hurt, at least from what we understood, that you sort of stopped and went back and did some mechanical drilling down. Like what was behind that process? What do you feel like you accomplished?
So started off the season pretty well, and then we had some mechanic issues, and so I got shut down. I was still throwing with the team, I was still working out with the team, but just got shut down. We started working on just getting back to rhythm and timing, because I felt like my timing was off, just going down the mound. I was just drifting down the mound too fast. And we started to just try to, like we're working on here, get onto the backside and really stay balanced over the rubber and then drive down the mound instead of just drifting. So that took about like a month and a half, and then coming back, I've seen flashes of my old self that I was getting back to that, but just couldn't get back to where I really wanted to. But I mean, it's all a process. Just had to just stick through it, keep working through it, because some of the drills that we were doing was fairly new to me as well, and just had to try to implement it while I was on the mound as well, and still trying to learn it at the same time. So,
cool. You're a converted infielder, correct? Where did you play and when did you convert?
So I played shortstop and third base my entire life.
Okay.
When I signed with the Indians in 2017, well, December 2016, they converted me into a pitcher.
Okay.
So that's when I started.
Nice.
But I played infield. I played infield in the Bahamas at a baseball academy.
So how's this whole like complicated drill you're doing different?
I mean, honestly, it's not different. Honestly,
No?
It's not different, because like when I'm doing the drills out there, everyone tell me to be a shortstop, just be athletic and let my body move and let my body work the way it needs to and the way it should. So, I mean, it's not different. You kind of, the same drills you do at shortstop is the same drills you do here. Like, when I'm in throwing program, I kind of try to receive a throw as a shortstop, like coming from an outfielder, just so my body can move and work the way that I would normally throw from shortstop, because I want to translate that to the mound and be athletic and be a shortstop on the mound. So.
When did they approach the idea of going to a pitcher, and was there any bit of you want me to what?
It honestly was. So I remember talking to my dad. Me and my dad was in the driveway, and my coach called. He was like, "Hey, the Indians want you to pitch. So, you want to sign or not?" And in my head, I'm like, "No way! I played shortstop my whole life. Like, what are we doing?" And then I remember my dad telling me he was like, "Just take the opportunity. Like, you don't know when you're gonna get another opportunity. Just take it, run with it, and just learn." So, I mean, that's why I'm here today. I'm just learning, just trying to take the opportunity and make the best out of it. So, but I honestly didn't want to, but now I love it, honestly. I don't think I would change it. So.